What you need to remember, my gorgeous Leo, is that sometimes you just have to, you must push yourself that a little bit extra, that a little bit further, especially when it comes to the 19th and the 20th and the 21st of October 2022. You are going to be facing such an important stage of your life where you're going to be dealing with something that means to you so much. You're going to be dealing with something you're going to be dealing with something that's so important to you, but for some reason you are going to also feel like you haven't got an energy, because it's to do with an aspect of your life that you dealt with for such a long time, and now now you're reaching the actual stage where you are going to feel like a little bit drained, you are going to feel like a little bit negative, you are going to feel like, oh God, like something is coming to an end, blah blah blah. No baby, no, you're a warrior. Nothing came to an end. This is to do with the path of your life that means to you so much, but it's spiritually going to be required through your soul purpose. It's going to be required for you to just push one more step, to go just a little bit further, because you're going to be dealing with an aspect of your life that means to you so much, but for some reason you're going to be worried as well, like that aspect is coming to an end, that aspect is coming to an end. No baby, no, it is not coming to an end, but it's needed from you to make that final push. And why it's going to be feeling like this? It's because things are going to feel very difficult, very heavy, and just like a little bit negative in terms of you not feeling right, or you're not feeling okay, or you're not feeling kind of ready for something. No baby, no. You must understand that you have to go through, you have to go forward with that part of your life. At the time when you feel, when you just don't feel right, this is needed from you to go through. At the time when you don't feel right, at the time when you don't feel okay. Do you know what am I talking about? Dealing with an aspect of your life where you're going to think like all your energies are gone already, like, oh, you can't do this anymore, blah blah blah. No baby, no. Just remember that this is required from you. You're not gonna feel okay, you're not gonna feel like a top form, like type of thing I'm talking about, but this is exactly required from you, because after that moment in time you are going to make one of the most important steps of your life. Things after that moment in time are gonna start unfolding in such an absolutely mind-blowing way. But before that, this is required from you to make that one final push, okay? And this is on one hand going to help you to understand something very special and very sacred about yourself and about your life. But you could not possibly imagine how far this element of your life it's actually going to take you. Even more so, by the time you get to the actual March 2023, your life is going to be completely different. Your life is going to be on a completely different level, purely because you took that leap of faith and you just went forward with this part of your life that means to you so much, but you gave credit to yourself and to your spirit, and you're just gonna be like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it, because you will see exactly what is going to happen. This is going to be your breakthrough, but there is so much that you're going to become fully aware exactly 7 days after that moment in time. What you're going to become fully aware of, it's like, oh my God, it's going to be life-changing in so many different ways, because you will see primarily how much you've changed, but also you're going to be able to give a credit to yourself, where the credit is due. Give a credit to your own uniqueness, give a credit to your own power, give a credit to everything that you have achieved so far in life that you maybe didn't give enough attention to. And all these things are kind of amplifying our emotions and making us more powerful, and give us that energy to keep going with life no matter what, but above all to put ourselves as number one, because if we don't put ourselves as a number one in this world, no one else will. No, I'm not saying no one else will, but you know what I mean. No one is going to be able to kind of make an effect on your life, make an impact on your life like how you are going to do this, as long as you trust your own spirit. And also, my gorgeous Leonie, when it comes to the actual numerology, your number is number 9. So you're reaching a very important stage of your life. You're reaching a very important stage of your life where you are this is the part of your test that you're going to have, that you're going to feel like something is coming to an end, but then again it's not, because this means to you so much, but it's required from you to kind of see this by making the necessary action where the action is actually due. And also, I like it so much. This month will be really important because it's about the inspiration that you're actually going to have, an inspiration that you are going to have to deal with an aspect of your life also that maybe it's to do with someone who means to you so much and someone who is important to you, and that particular person is just going through something very difficult. And also at the same time, that particular person is going through something very difficult, but also it may be like kind of some kind of maybe like addiction maybe involved, or a very, very unhealthy attachment, in order to make that particular person in your life who means to you so much to not to kind of think clearly. So you have fallen out recently, or there was some kind of misunderstanding in between you and somebody who's so important to you, like a family member, a great friend, but you need to understand that particular person is not thinking clearly. So you, for the love of God, you are going to find yourself like this month understanding this and needing to face this challenge, that you have to kind of explain something to this person. You need to be as direct as you possibly can, but without hurting them. So this is going to be a challenge, because that particular person in your life, that particular person gets offended really easily. But just remember, it's maybe to do with some kind of addiction that this person is going through, or something very difficult stage of their life. So they're not seeing things clearly. So you should not take this personal. But what you're going to need to work out, and I repeat, this is someone who's really important in your life, but what you're going to need to work out, how you're going to solve the certain problem in between you and that person without kind of affecting the situation even further. Without making things worse. So you will know that person is automatically going to be defensive, but you just need to work out how you're going to do this, how you can be clear, how you can be direct. And that is an important challenge, because this is like kind of something that you need to deal with. There is so much more that is actually attached to this particular energy. This is something that was making you really unhappy for a while, but it's something that was affecting your life as well. It was draining your energy so much, because I think you understand and you know that there is something not quite right with that person, but then it's just really entirely down to you and up to you how you're actually going to approach this person. This is so important, my gorgeous Leonie, because it's just draining your energy so much. And as I said, this is someone who is very close to you. It's either a family member, or it's either like a friend, like a really great friend. But this is just so kind of like you need to step through, you need to step forward, because if you don't, the things are only going to prolong, but they're going to be bouncing back until you actually get this right. The reason why the things are going to be bouncing back is purely because this person is someone who is meant to be in your life, but it's also like a part of your challenge as well at this moment. Because you're not going to be able to move on until you kind of deal with this situation, because this is someone who is emotionally involved with you, like either family member or like a friend, you know what I mean? So, and also you are, this became like a burden. It became like a burden to you. or it's going to become even more burden if you don't deal with it. So this is why this is so important for you to understand. And also, you see this judgment here? What I really like, my gorgeous Leonie, that at around the 11th, at around the 10th and 11th of October, you're going to be able to see exactly which part of your life, in between the 10th and the 11th of October. 10th and the 11th of October, and then it's going to happen on the 21st of October again. You will be at 3 days to play with in order to understand what the spirit world is trying to tell you. This is to do with your destiny. This is to do with your soul speaking at the same time. But how you gonna know this? Because these 3 days are gonna reveal the part of your life that is gonna put a big smile on your face. You're gonna feel so happy with you, because it's to do with you putting so much energy towards something very special and very sacred to you. And even more so, you're gonna be able to tell exactly what part of your life you made the progress. It's about you realizing, oh my God, I made such a great progress here. I made such a great progress here. So this is brilliant, because it's going to create a quite momentum in itself, but it's also going to leave you with no option but to kind of think how you're going to kind of expand yourself. And at the same time, you're going to start looking forward to things, because you are going to know exactly that you need to stay committed to this plan no matter what. So when you become aware of the part of your life that made you progress, you're going to this is going to bring a big smile on your face. You're going to like it. This is brilliant. It's to do with your own success. A big question is going to be answered to you at the same time, but it's also going to make you aware of what do you need to commit yourself to, and what do you need to take on the next stage as well. What you should be focusing right now at this stage in your life. And at the same time, it's like intuitively, you are going to know, you're going to feel very strongly intuitively, like you're going to be reminded of something at the same time. How much you will how do you want to kind of maybe avoid, how you want to avoid certain people in your life, or how you want to avoid a certain person in your life, how you want to avoid a certain part of your life that no longer serve you. And you will know that particular part that no longer serve you just caused you and made you to kind of fight with yourself and be angry with yourself was for the last 5 or 6 months indeed. So this is all going to kind of remind you, it's just going to be contributing towards you even more understanding that you have to, no matter what, you need to stick to this plan. And you need to kind of really, above all, you need to establish exactly which part of your life is going to become obvious here that you're making a progress, because at the same time, this is really going to make you aware of what slowly but surely came to an end. So what came to an end in your life, it's also kind of going to be quite a lot to do with a certain lifestyle, but at the same time, it's to do with you understanding that, it's like something will come to an end, basically. So an old part of your life, it's to do with the karma, something is ending, but at the same time, I will show you, look at this. When I focus on it, what is going to come to an end, it's to do with the discontinuance. And the sooner you establish this, it's just to do with a certain part. As soon as you establish this, look at this, you're at the same time going to get so much courage. At the same time, you're going to get so much courage, but also on another hand, this is all about having a clear direction after that moment in time. You're going to feel really great ambition. You're going to feel very driven. You're no longer only going to feel motivated yourself, but your energy is going to be so powerful that you're going to start motivating others as well. So on one hand, you're going to be very strong to kind of realize which part of your life came to an end, but this is also at the same time, you will know that something much better is coming, but this is going to reflect on the life that you want to live, but it's also going to give you some kind of on the life that you want to live, that you want to achieve, but it's also going to really kind of make you aware of exactly how far you have come, and that you haven't even got that long kind of to go after this moment in time. It's just all about you kind of knowing that if you stop this, it's to do with this discontinuance. This is something that karmically came to an end, a part of your life. And this is absolutely fine. If this happened at any other time, like it would really kind of worry you, and it was like, oh my God, no baby, no, But now, because it's happening now, after all that you've been through, you will realize that something changed. You changed, but you can only realize this when you kind of like come across this this realization that you're actually going to have. And at the time when you kind of understand which part of your life came to an end, just remember this. You are gonna be nudged beforehand. You're gonna be pointed beforehand, and it's gonna be how you will know what part of my life came to an end. Well, how you're gonna be nudged? It's because it's October. The energy is mind-blowing. The energy is different. It opens us up. We become super psychic. We are having signs everywhere. But how this is gonna happen 2 or 3 days before before you kind of realize what came to an end, in your life. This is a good end, it's fine. 2 or 3 days before, you're going to wake up in the morning and it's going to be on your mind. It's going to be pointed to you. Something is going to be on your mind. Particularly, you will know, oh my God, you know what? This is starting to irritate me. This is starting to bring me down. This is starting to make me feel negative. This is not working for me anymore. But you're already subconsciously, you will know like, oh my God, there is some kind of other internal guidance trying to come out, but it can only come out fully until I'm completely honest with myself. So you need to be honest with yourself here. But you are going to have a clear indication 2 or 3 days before that, this continuous thing, what came to an end, before you realize what came to an end, 2 or 3 days before that, you're going to wake up and you're going to open your gorgeous eyes, and then suddenly it's going to be on your mind. It's going to be on your mind. You know exactly what came to an end. And it's not a surprise that it's 2 or 3 days beforehand, especially when it comes to the actual you having this realization in the morning, because when we sleep, we are just like kind of like a part of all sorts of dimensions, we benefit so much through our own knowledge, our realization, and we elevate ourselves spiritually so much, and we become aware of so many things, and so we always, every night we dream, we have astral projections, but we don't necessarily remember. But what we do remember, what we are fully aware when we wake up in the morning, the first few minutes, we are still kind of part of that energy. We are part of that dimension. So that's why very often very wise things are pointed at us, that what we should be kind of paying attention to. So it's going to be revealed to you, so you will already kind of be prepared which part of your life came to an end. And also at the same time, look, this is not only going to make you aware of something so special about yourself, but it's also gonna like kind of inspire you so much when it comes to your future, because at the same time it's gonna lead towards like the life that you want to live, the life that you're thinking about living for such a long time, but it was kind of slowed down a little bit in the process. By the same time, you're protecting yourself. You see this? You're protecting yourself by doing this. And also, look at this. And it's talent. It's to do with your spiritual purpose. It's to do with your soul purpose. It's to do with your destiny. So you're beautifully going to be nudged towards the direction that you need to go. And at the same time, do you see this grieving here? There is some kind of situation that is going to be on your mind, my gorgeous Leonie. This is so important, and it happens when we reach the end of a cycle and then the new cycle begin. So we are always facing the situation of some kind of a trauma that we've been through like a long time ago. I'm talking about a long time ago in your past. Suddenly you're also gonna feel there is something going to be on your mind here, you see, from your past, some kind of a trauma, and you're going to be like kind of thinking like, oh my God, like why is this on my mind? Really bizarre. Whether this is to do with the situation, and whether this is to do with a certain situation, whether this is to do with a certain person in your life who caused this trauma, or a few people maybe, just please try to kind of forgive and forget. I know, again, it's so easy for me to say to forgive and forget because I'm not too sure what they actually did. Why did you have such a trauma? But then if there are some kind of people involved, then you need to understand that you're going to release yourself. And it's not about them, it's about you. Cutting the cords, cutting the negativity, and moving on with your life, and allowing yourself to grow spiritually, to understand things from an elevated level, which you are after that moment in time. You're just going to give opportunity to yourself to prosper in so many different ways. spiritually and financially by doing the right thing at this moment in time. And this happens when we reach the end of the cycle. So don't be surprised when suddenly you find yourself alone, oh my God, like being a bit like thinking suddenly about the aspect of your life that, oh no, I don't want to think about that. Why am I thinking about this? And nothing happens like just like out of like a chance, that there is a very special reason why this is happening and why you keep on being reminded by certain aspects of your life that cause trauma, because you need to let it go. The sooner you let it go, the more quicker and faster your own progress when it comes to your own development at this moment in your life it's going to be. And it's all going to lead towards you making you finding yourself at the beginning of a very, very special journey here, my gorgeous Leonie. And that journey is going to bring you so many answers. There is so much that is going to become clear to you and evident to you, but at the same time the ultimate direction where this is going to take you is just basically going to reflect on your finances, your career, you doing the right thing, you kind of feeling very kind of secure and solid in the future. But it's also going to give you so much clarity and strength as well. So of course that this is going to be an important time of your life, because now it's also going to bring the confidence in order to take so many to face so many things that are going to start following after that moment in time. And also, my gorgeous Leonie, what I get really excited about here is like basically within the last 11 days of October, this is going to be brilliant. It's like, oh my God, within the last 11 days of October, I think this is brilliant. This is when things are going to start like happening for you, like mind-blowingly. On one hand, you're going to be surprised by someone very special in your life, by someone who means to you so much. You are going to be really surprised. This person is a beautiful person. This person is someone who, it's not a previous person that I spoke, this is someone else. It looks like people in your life are again going to be playing an important role, and this is always beautiful indeed. You're going to find out a lot about people in your life, about yourself through people in your life, but they're also going to find out a lot about yourself they're also going to find out a lot about themselves as well through you. So it's vice versa, but it's an important spiritual moments that we are talking about. So the last 11 days of October, my gorgeous Leonie, you are really going to it's all about this new project that you're going to find yourself at. This really new, beautiful project that you're going to find yourself at. But let me tell you, before that project, it's also to do with within the last 11 days, within the last 11 days of October, someone who is very important to you, very close to you, that I've already mentioned. Maybe this is a family member, maybe this is like a friend, like a really great friend. It's going to be like a really kind of primarily responsible within the last 11 days for you. No, sorry. That person is actually going to really surprise you. Sorry, apologize. I'm looking at 10 things at the same time. That person is really going to surprise you within the last 11 days. Somebody who means to you so much. I like it a lot, because it's like you're waiting for something, for some kind of step to make, but it's really kind of, you can't make it by yourself until you get some kind of like green light from that particular person. Almost it's like you know that this is to do with a big and important aspect of your life that you're waiting this step to make, and you're so excited about it. It's like, oh my God, your energy levels just shot up literally as soon as you're thinking about it. But it's also like kind of, it's not something that you can kind of like really make a decision by yourself. Someone else kind of needs to be involved here, or at least to kind of give you, at least when it comes to the actual timing, to give you a green light. So that particular person, it's really kind of going to surprise you when you least expect it. It's something that you're like waiting, but then again, at that moment in time, within the last 11 days of October, you will not kind of expect this, and that person is going to come forward and is going to let you know something. You know what, we're going to go there, we're going to do this, let's just go there somewhere. And it's like kind of like about going somewhere where you always wanted to go for such a long time, not always, but you wanted to go somewhere for such a long time. So that person is kind of going to let you know when it's okay kind of to go, but this is going to mean to you so much. It's going to put big smile on your face, but it's also a very, very good sign that where you go with that person, there is something mind-blowing going to happen. Whether you're going to go somewhere like a few kilometers away, few miles away, or whether this is going to be like somewhere like really far away, but it's connected to some kind of journey that you're going to make with that particular person, and that journey is going to be very, very sacred. Very sacred. Whether this is 2 hours away, or whether this is a plane journey away, whether this is like a train journey away, no matter, it doesn't really matter. But once you find yourself on the destination, at that destination, there is something very, very strange going to happen. Very, very strange going to happen. You're going to have a really strange spiritual experience, very unusual spiritual experience, and that experience is going to change your life forever. You will taste something, you will become aware of something, you will be this kind of part of this vibration, and this is going to inspire you like you've never been inspired before. This is going to inspire you to the point where you will know exactly how much you want to change your life and how exactly you want your life to be, you want your life to become. So this is in itself going to be really, really important. And also, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Leonie, about that new project, it's like, oh my Lord, just suddenly, also like without you thinking about it too much, completely out of the blue, there is some kind of new project and venture gonna be on your mind as well within the last 11 days of October. So you see how important the last 11 days of October are, and I'm not surprised because we've got number 11, which is starting on the 11th, and this is the powerful number when it comes to the beginning of your spiritual awakening. So it doesn't surprise me at all, which means that you're going to elevate yourself, and you will be able to, you will start seeing things in a completely different light. And this is also going to be a healthy sign how much you spiritually changed and how much you spiritually evolved. And also, never mind the fact that we have got a Samhain at the end of the month on the 31st of October, which means that the veil in between this world and the spirit world is at its thinnest, which means that on another hand, there are spirits around us all the time, but the difference now is that the energy and vibration throughout of October, it's going to be very powerful. It's going to be much more clear for you to see, if you understand what I mean. And at the same time, the difference when it comes to Samhain is that we are very often visited by the spirits and by the people, who used to be in our lives, or by the spirits who are really friendly spirits and want to help, want to nudge you to kind of like do something. So it's really worth to pay attention to things like this as well. And when if you become aware of something falling down, or some kind of smell of someone, like their perfume, or some kind of smell of food that certain people in your life used to cook, it's not about what you become aware of, but it's in how you become aware of this, but it's more about what is exactly on your mind, because it's something that you need to pay attention to, release, and stop thinking negatively. This is what the spirit will want to let you know, your guardian angel, your spirit guide, to immediately pay attention to what was on your mind and release some kind of negativity, because it's absolutely pointless at this moment in time to think in this particular way, because if you carry on, it's just going to manifest into real challenges. So this is a golden little sacred realization that you're actually going to have and become aware as well within the last 11 days of October, because of that wonderful and magical Samhain that we're actually having, you see. And also, it's going to be the new project, just suddenly out of the blue. And, I'm not just saying about the last 11 days of October, but this is again about the last 11 days of October. Sorry. It's about just suddenly pay attention to, at least you've got a bit of a time span here. Like when you least expect it, whether you're going to be meditating, whether you're going to be chilling out, whether you're going to be relaxing, but suddenly some kind of new project and venture, it's going to come to you. And this in itself, it's going to be become such a strong part of you, and at the same time this is going to make a dream real for you. And then at a roughly similar time, there is going to be really important message about the finances that you're going to hear, and it's going to be really positive and optimistic, and that is going to put a big smile on your face, and it's going to put you in a good mood, and it's going to make you aware of the fact that you can do things that you wanted to that you can do things that you wanted to do. But going back to that new project and venture, do you know what I want to say to you that you may not be aware of at that moment in time? Let me tell you, that new project and venture within the last 11 days of October, it's actually not only going to bring an amazing success, happiness, excitement into your life, but it's going to make you become aware of the fact that you will have what you don't have now in terms of happiness and in terms of finances. Much better. You will elevate yourself, you know. But at the same time, you need to understand, it's a bit more to it that you're not going to be able to understand almost immediately, but as the time goes by, you will become aware of this. So already by the end of November, you will know exactly what I was talking about. So it's all about needing to understand that this part of your life, this new venture, it's going to bring an ultimate, like huge, massive, big banana change into your life. So you need to remember this, my gorgeous Leonie, no matter what. And also, my gorgeous Leonie, when it comes to the actual month of October 2022, you know what else I was going to say? This rather unexpected situation, this is really going to surprise you. This unexpected situation that I'm talking about that you are going to have. And this unexpected situation, something is going to happen completely out of the blue. It's going to completely surprise you. And it's going to happen on either 10th of October, it's going to happen either on the 1st of October, on the 10th of October, or the 21st of October. These 3 days are going to one of these 3 days are going to bring you completely unexpected situation, something completely out of the blue, completely unplanned, which is going to shock you in the best possible way. This is going to be good. I don't know why this is going to be so good, because you're not going to kind of like feel because you're going to feel so kind of inspired, but at the same time you are kind of going to, that unexpected situation, it's also going to show you, like, on one hand, like a steady progress, but then on another hand, it's going to make you aware of like a hard work, that it's a hard work ahead of you, but you will know you need to do it. You need to just basically do it. And at the same time, this unexpected situation are only going to confirm, it's only going to bring a confirmation how the importance of you staying true to yourself and sticking to the plan. Just remember this, staying true to yourself and sticking to the plan. This is going to show your emotional maturity, and it's at the same time going to bring you a massive, enormous reason for celebration, my gorgeous Leonie. Just remember this, please. Okay, so now, when it comes to your nutrition, I will tell you like the same thing that I said like last time. It is very important to pay attention to your own, try to boost your immune system, but also you're going to need something to boost your energy, and you're also going to feel like a sensitive bones, especially in your hands. So I highly recommend you to take a natural vitamin D3 supplement. These are my own supplements, my own brand, and this is obviously like a suitable for vegetarians and vegans, and exceptional quality vitamins without any chemicals or whatsoever. And I suggest you this to take with a natural zinc picolinate. It's a superb combination to boost your immune system, my goodness, but also at the same time it's going to be beneficial for your skin, hair and nails. And the third thing that I would highly recommend you, it's organic chlorella. Everybody should be taking these things. If you can buy this, please buy them, and especially these vitamins, because my ones are special, because they are of an exceptional quality, and I'm keep on saying this, but it's the truth, you know. And at the same time, organic chlorella I highly recommend to you. It's because metals are everywhere. Metals are in the sky, metals are in the air, in the ground, in the soils, in the plants. Metals are everywhere, and these metals are highly, highly dangerous when it comes to our health, because it's preventing our body from absorbing nutrients, which is extremely bad. And at the same time, it's bad and horrible when it comes to our mind, our memory. It's affecting our way of thinking. Yeah, it's affecting so many different things in our lives. So organic chlorella, it's going to help you to detoxify yourself from these metals. This has been scientifically proven over and over again, but it's rich in vitamins, minerals, protein, and omega-3 essential fatty acids, which our body cannot produce by itself, but it's needed. It's so important for us to feed ourselves with this, because it's very good for your mind and so many other things, you know. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. And also, in order to buy my vitamins, you can see the links in the description below, or you can simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and my page is going to come up that way as well. So now, my gorgeous Leonie, I'm going to see what is going to be in first important date. The first two important days, the first 3 important days are going to be the 1st of October, 7th of October, and the 3rd of October. Just remember this, the 3 important days are going to be on the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd of October. Why? Each 3 days, as soon as you wake up in the morning, please, for the love of God, just remember what was on your mind. Something is going to be pointed again to pay attention to. Let me explain. On the 1st of October, what is on your mind? There is something going to be on your mind, and this is going to reflect on, or it's going to help you with a certain boundaries. You will know whether you need to set certain boundaries. What is going to be on your mind? Like, as soon as you open your eyes, the first thing in the morning, no matter how weird this is, no matter how strange this is, no matter how bizarre this may be, but the first thing that is on your mind, this is going to show you exactly where do you need to set the boundaries, okay? The 2nd of October, the reason why is because it's October. So we are more spiritual. It's all about this internal and external guidance that we get, you know, from all around the place because of the 31st of October. The 2nd of October, it's going to point towards the certain talent. What is going to be on your mind? It's to do with the talent. You need to take it on the next stage, on the next level. And the third thing, the 3rd of October, what is going to be on your mind, my gorgeous Leonie? It's also going to show you which part of your life is necessary for you to pay attention to in order to get to the brand new beginning that you want, that you need so much at this stage in your life. Ooh, very good indeed. Things are going to start looking up for you so much. My gorgeous Leonie, you have been prepared for this moment for a long time, By the end of October, this is all going to be clear to you. Another important date, it's going to be on the 5th of October. Now, on the 5th of October, you are really going to see like, oh la la, like some very difficult and annoying situation. It's like you are having a control here over a very difficult and annoying situation in your life. You will know exactly what this is because of the things that are going to be happening within the first few days. So by the time you get to the 5th of October, you already will become aware of you having a control over certain aspects of your life that were really kind of draining you and making you feel really unhappy and making you feel really negative. And that in itself, it's really going to put you on the path where you're going to realize what I said, like, you know, that you are making a progress. This is brilliant, and this is going to make you feel really excited. But also, on another hand, you are going to become aware of, like, now it's time for an expansion, you know, to go development. But at the same time, you just, like, it's something that you need to commit yourself to. These are the, you know, that commitment that I said at the beginning. This is all about you realizing exactly what do you want to commit yourself to. And this in itself is going to really make you aware of new opportunity here. And it's not only about a new opportunity, but which exactly steps do you need to take next. You know, the answer to that is your own beautiful gift. You are gifted when it comes to this, but also at the same time, the bold leadership from you at this moment in time, it's going to be needed. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do this. You need to be strong. You need to be bold in terms of the actual leadership, baby. Show others how it's done at the same time. So you need to be very decisive, because at the same time, you're not only going to motivate yourself, but you're actually going to motivate other people in your life, because it's all about a clear direction, intention. You're going to feel like extremely driven, extremely ambitious, but this is all going to lead towards you doing the best possible thing in life in order to protect what is yours as well. By doing this, you are protecting what is your big time. Okay, very important indeed. And what else I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Leonie, it would be absolutely beautiful Indonesian plum agate. This is one of the most beautiful crystals. It's very powerful, and it has this ability to instantly increase. It instantly increases your energy. It instantly increases your vibration. And what is this doing? It helps you, and it makes you make most of the things in life that you feel so passionate about, regardless what's happening, regardless what's going on. Even if you didn't sleep 2 or 3 days, you know what I mean, and you need to have an important meeting, you know, you wear this, and it's just kind of, you open your eyes and you just let it flow, you know. So it's brilliant when it comes to like basically working on those parts of our lives that keeps us going, that makes us feel really passionate, that makes us feel really good about ourselves. But it also helps us to establish, when we are facing lots of different things, it helps us to establish what exactly we should be paying attention to in terms of, like, you know, being necessary at that moment in time that may not be kind of obvious at that time. So this is something I highly recommend you to wear every time when you need to boost your energy, and every time when you kind of feel passionate, and every time when you want to give 1000% when it comes to certain outcomes in your life. This gorgeous Indonesian plum agate comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Leonie, you're also supporting my channel as well. I have to say that, so thank you very much. So now the second important date, it's going to be in between the 12th and the 13th of October, where you are going to be you're going to find yourself like, oh my God, contemplation. You're going to be thinking, what I'm going to do now, what I'm going to do next, and this and that. Something is going to happen by this day, and it's going to affect you in such a way where you're just going to find yourself just contemplating so much. And when you find yourself contemplating, when you find yourself having this contemplation, at the same time, something is just going to come to you out of the blue, some kind of a vision. Just remember, when you're facing this contemplation, when you're thinking, don't force things. Just think as lightly as you possibly can, you know, about, doesn't matter which aspect of your life this is going to be, but the bottom line is that this is going to, at the time when you have this contemplation, you're going to have this vision, and this vision is just like really kind of going to also consist of important people in your life, you taking them into consideration, but also it's going to be connected to like the power of cooperation when it comes to the certain people in your life. Because when you're facing this contemplation, when you have this vision, just remember that the part of this vision, the people in your life are also going to be, but at the same time, some kind of cooperation. It's going to be really important, some kind of understanding from people who are in your life as well. So this is something that you need to understand. But also, even more importantly, let me tell you something. It's all going to start with contemplation. The bottom line is, it's going to lead towards an important vision suddenly, and that vision is going to bring you one of the greatest victories of your life, one of the greatest achievements achievements of your life. You are gonna feel so proud of yourself, extremely happy with your achievement. And this is gonna go, and this is gonna last for a really, really long time. Not only you're gonna feel so proud of yourself, that people in your life are gonna be like, oh my God, I can't believe, oh my God, they're amazing. Do you know what I mean? People in your life are gonna be like, oh yeah, baby. Do you know what I mean? So this is going to bring you one of the greatest achievements and victory in your life. But just remember, the collaboration is so important. You communicating is so important. You talking is so important. You equally like kind of putting your foot down, but also collaborating is just so important, because I think through people in your life there are so many elements about yourself that you are going to understand at this stage. There's some kind of really amazing ideas that you're also going to have, and confirmations through people in your life. So it's not only about collaboration and you be honest with people in your life, but it's also what you're going to gain out of it, what you're going to get out of it. Important indeed. The third important date, and before I go there, another thing I was going to recommend you, it's absolutely gorgeous. Check this baby. Chrysocolla with azurite, absolutely beautiful. I'm crazy when it comes to this color, crystals, absolutely beautiful. And this instantly makes you like to communicate, to talk, to express yourself. This is the powerful key crystal when it comes to transformation, when we are going through transformation in our life, or to kind of bring this energy of transformation. It makes you more kind of open-minded, it makes you more kind of curious, it puts you in a like an explorative mode, but even more so, it helps you to understand your dreams. It helps you to understand these little subtle messages. It also helps you to understand these messages that you have the first thing in the morning. But above all, it helps you to talk. It helps you to communicate. It helps you to express yourself, no matter what is going on again in your life. No matter how you feel, you wear this pendant, you wear this stone, and suddenly, you know, naturally you're expressing yourself even more so. You say the right things around the people that may be like a bit weird and strange, that have like a really weird impact on us. When you wear this, you protect yourself, but at the same time you say the right things, and you always go that little bit further. You always go that little bit extra. This gorgeous pendant, I highly suggest you to wear throughout October, November and December, my gorgeous Leonie. And at the same time, this comes with a sterling silver chain. And if you would like to buy this pendant, and I highly suggest you to do this, the link is going to be in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. So now the last dates are going to be on the 30th and the 31st of October 2022. You know, you're gonna feel a bit of like nostalgic. You're suddenly gonna feel like just out of the blue, you're gonna be thinking about a certain aspects of your life. But it's about nostalgia. It's about the good things. It's about things that when the time things were maybe at the time when things were like kind of like maybe simple in your life. But don't get me wrong, simple, like maybe at the time when you were just like kind of carefree, and it's going to be so much of like a really positive and gentle and beautiful energy attached to these feelings and emotions that you're going to be having like while you're thinking about a certain aspect of your life a long time ago. So it's more about nostalgia and dreaming and connecting and reconnecting with a part of your life, like how things used to be. But these are the key words, how things used to be. Now you're gonna realize something, that you are able to kind of like really start living the life again along those lines that made you feel so gentle and so beautiful, that created such a powerful energy in your life. Something is going to be highlighted to you just by you suddenly feeling nostalgic. Don't think like, oh yes, suddenly I'm feeling nostalgic. No baby, no. It's happening at around the 30th and the 31st of October. So the spirits are directing you, your guardian angels are directing you, spirit guides are even directing you to actually pay attention to the certain aspect of your life long time ago, like nostalgic, but at the same time it's going to be like, oh my God, some kind of spiritual, some kind of key here. I've just flicked the card here, and as the card just came out, you see here, Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune, you see? And this just like I'm moving my hand and this just flicked, you know, here. Wheel of Fortune as soon as I said this. So it's going to be more to it, more to this, because now suddenly you couldn't even realize you can't even realize what is going to happen, what you're going to realize on the 30th and the 31st of October until you get to this time. Because it's not only about you feeling nostalgic, not you only about being reminded about certain things, but this is going to really kind of surprise you so much, because now suddenly you will realize that there is the answer in the past. The answer, huge answer in the past. What do you need to do in order to achieve your dream? So you will know that there is something missing here. And that big part of your life that is missing, that is stuck in the past, you need to bring forward. Because it's needed now. Now it's time for you to rejoin. Now it's time for you to reconnect with that part of your life. And at the same time, you're going to reconnect with yourself. And most importantly, with an ongoing dream. How you want your life to be. This aspect you need to bring in. Because it's going to make your dream come true. Literally. So this is this Wheel of Fortune, baby, that just flicked out, you know. Here, that I was just made to become aware of. That this is going to be unexpected, but it's going to be good. It's gonna be beautiful, because it's going to immediately like kind of give you some kind of idea how to speed up the certain process, and immediately you're gonna feel this absolutely mind-blowing motivation by your feelings. And also it's going to kind of like a really kind of like a on one hand it's going to make you aware to fully embrace your emotions, but on another hand it's gonna give you an absolutely mind-blowing idea. My God, this is going to be very, very interesting indeed. So now, my gorgeous Leonie, I'm just going to see briefly what is going to happen in the first part of October. Just to pay attention to quickly, you know, in the first part of October, mid part of October, and the last part of October. I'm just going to take oracle cards out. I really love these oracle cards because they're talking to me nicely. So now, my gorgeous Leonie, I'm just going to take this oracle card out for the first part of October. Okay, what to pay attention to. Look at this. It's about your life purpose. It's all about you realizing very strongly what your life purpose is. You're going to realize something you've never realized before. You're going to feel something you never felt before. This is why this is going to be special. Okay, the mid part of October. Oh, just remember, it's to do with some kind of toxic situation from a long time ago. It's to do with you being affected by something. You know, something affected you from a long time ago, some kind of trauma. You need to let this go. You need to heal this. You will heal it by letting it go. It's just so important. Suddenly you're going to think about certain trauma, but you also need to work on it in order to release it. Okay? And the last part of October. Oh my God, I like this so much. Your confidence is about to return. I'm not saying you've lost your confidence, but I'm just telling you this. Your confidence is about to return. You will know what I mean. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Leonie, I'm just going to see briefly what is going to happen to those of you. Sorry, my gorgeous plant. I'm just going to look at that. Do you see the red here? You don't. Oh yeah, you do see red. Look at it. That's how it flowers. It goes red. Beautiful. I love these plants. I just love them. Obviously. Obviously. Where'd you get the idea from? I don't know. No. Anyway, so my gorgeous Leonie, so for you, for those of you who are in relationship, listen to me. It's not about the collapse of plans, but for the couples, the plans are gonna change. I've seen this before for you, for the couples. This is important. The things are going to change in terms of like maybe the timing. So it's to do with the collapse of plans, but only like when it comes to the actual timing. You're just gonna need to move the dates. By moving the dates, you're going to move the boundaries. This is to do with an aspect of your life that means to you so much, to the couples. It's something that you've been working on and something that you've been waiting for, but it was slowed down so much, so badly, and you've just been keep on moving like kind of like boundaries when it comes to when you're going to do something, and now that changed again. It's to do with something that you had to do over the summer, for example, within the last few months, for example, and it depends which part of the world you are, I know, but within the last few months, I should say, you were planning to do something so strongly, so intensely, but the things changed because of what was happening around you, so much affected you. So this is going to be highlighted this month, but it's more about just like kind of like plans are going to collapse, but only because when it comes to the dates. So it's not about collapse of plans, but you're just going to move dates further. It's going to be absolutely fine because this is going to be absolutely brilliant. Now, next time when you move the date, when you're going to do something so important for both of you, you're both together, that is going to bring a really great accomplishment and confidence and stability. And this is going to be really powerful and mature thing for both of you to do, because it's going to bring you one of the greatest outcomes ever. You've been keep on moving the date, nothing was happening. This time it's going to be different. The next date that you move, it's going to be this is actually going to be happening indeed. You just have to keep on being consistent. You just have to, both of you, keep on being persistent, and do not lose your hope whatsoever. Do not ignore your own dream because of anybody else. Nobody should have that power over you in order for you to not to kind of live your dream because of someone else who you don't even know. No, baby, no. You see what I mean? And also for those of you who are single and ready to mingle, like, I mean, this is brilliant. There is someone very interesting that is about to start entering your life, and you will know this at around the 18th of October. There is something that is going to change, where you are really out of the blue going to find yourself doing something completely unplanned, and you're gonna like it so much. You're gonna like it so badly. Maybe you're gonna go somewhere for the first time. Maybe you're gonna this is how I see it, you know, you're gonna go somewhere for the first time, or it's gonna be like you continuing to go somewhere for the first time by onto kind of some kind of different place. It's going to be involved here, but something is gonna happen here at around the 18th of October, where you are gonna find this situation like quite adventurous, and that situation that you kind of gonna become aware of at around the 18th of October, it's also going to really kind of put you on the path with somebody very, very interesting, somebody really beautiful. It's about to walk into your life, and how that person is going to walk into your life, how that person exactly is going to walk into your life, is going to be obvious on the 18th or at around the 18th of October. This is going to be brilliant. So first of all, you will know how this person is going to walk into your life, because you're about to start something new. And you will know like, oh my God, there's so many possibilities here. I just love it so much, because you're going to find yourself again. And then again, within the last 7 days of October, you will know exactly who this person is. In the last 7 days of October, that person is going to become, you're going to become aware of who this person is. And even if you're not aware of who this person is within the last 7 days of October, you are going to be aware of this person in November, at around the mid-November again, and at around the end of November again. That person is going to make themselves known. But now what is the most important is you realizing and finding yourself on the path, which is going to bring the love, very, very beautiful love, into your life. Okay, my gorgeous Leonie, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.